So a couple of years ago, I was touring. I was getting ready to tour in France. So I learned the most impossible song I could possibly have picked to sing in French, which is a song called Ne me quitte pas. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous song. Really hard to sing though. And it's a song written by Jacques Brel. It's beautiful. The reason I wanted to sing this particular song was there's a line in it where he says, "Laisse-moi devenir l'ombre de ton ombre." So the song is called Ne me quitte pas, please don't leave me. And then he's saying, I would settle to be the shadow of your shadow. I mean, as a songwriter, if I could write that in English, I would be happy. You know, so I just thought it was the most beautiful line. And then I read an interview that he had given, you know, obviously many, many years ago, where he said that the song was not a love song. That it was actually a song about how men are manipulated by women to get them to do what they want them to do. And I thought, wow, that's so cynical. It really turned me on that song. But so it's the kind of thing though, as a songwriter, you kind of have to, you got to write a song now because of that. And so I wrote an answer to him, basically, about the perils of falling in love with a poet. It's called True Blue Moon. 1, 2, 3, 4. On a hot July night, you stopped to write me a love song in the sand. Place with endless blue skies, love never dies. I'd be the queen of this magnificent land, such a beautiful dream. I wanted to believe, get lost forever in your dance. But words are just letters, loosely held together by the hopefulness of romance. Forever is for diamonds and poets like you. Happy ever after lasts as long as a rainbow in June. I've tried to pretend this story won't end, but they always do. One true love is as rare as a true blue moon. You can beg me to forget misunderstandings and regret. Ask me not to tear two hearts apart. I'm sad, but I'm not sorry. The Cinderella story's just schoolgirls counting petals in the dark. Forever is for diamonds and poets like you. Happy ever after lasts as long as a rainbow in June. I've tried to pretend this story won't end, but they always do. One true love is as rare as a true blue moon. You can love me not, just know that I did. We may not have Paris, or at least we have Madrid. There's no looking back, but here's to looking at you, kid. Forever is for diamonds and poets like you. Happy ever after lasts as long as a rainbow in June. I've tried to pretend this story won't end, but they always do. One true love is as rare as a true blue moon. One true love is as rare as a true blue moon. I love binge viewing TV shows. I admit it. My name is Lynne Hanson and I'm a binge viewer. I love watching, because there's like no commercials, you don't have to wait till the next week. But I have this, this is the problem though, is I have this tendency that I like to watch the next episode. So I won't I'll just watch 2. I'll watch 12 in a row. So one year I watched 5 seasons of Sons of Anarchy in 5 days. There's I think there's 5 full seasons, which was it would have 13 episodes. So I think it was something I can't do math. This is where I'm going to show why I'm a songwriter and not a mathematician. A lot of episodes. And so I finally rolled off the couch and I'm I'm in a dark place. Because it's a motorcycle gang show. It's really kind of awful. So, but I liked it. And so I ended up writing this song. It's called River of Sand. It's a really bright ditty. There you go. In the night sky, moon is high. I hear that a whippoorwill sing. Her lonesome cries when I close my eyes. If only I had wings. $5 bill on my windowsill, a bootlegger in my glass. I'll sit till dawn till the whiskey's gone. The neighbors, they don't ask. I see my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. See my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. But that old Cadillac used to be black, just sits there in my yard. An inch of dust on top of the rust, never did get that far. Sometimes I'll head down to the shanty town in a dancey dawn. I feel the heat of that cattle beat, but it don't last very long. I see my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. See my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. My loneliness is a nasty kiss, and it burns the back of my tongue. Its acrid stain colors everything. Hope is for the young. Well, it's my time to cross that line. I'll embrace eternity. Just carry my balls beneath the stones. Spread the end, just set me free. I see my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. See my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. See my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. See my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of So on my way to this show, I was listening to CBC, and they were talking about how divided people are in America, and they were kind of talking about, are we that divided here in Canada? Which I thought was interesting, very Canadian of them, to sort of say, no, I think we get along better than we think.
Of all times. To make that claim.
I know. I don't know why I thought it was funny, but I did. But a few years ago, in the midst of the Make America Great Again campaign, I was touring down in the United States, and I introed this song. And I said, I don't really write protest songs. And a guy and this was at a folk club. The guy at the back of the room, he yells out, "Well, don't start now." And I thought, wow, America's changed. And I kind of feel like, with us living here in Ottawa the last few weeks, sometimes it does feel like Canada has changed a little bit. But I'm a big believer in discussion, and I really believe that if we sit down and we talk things out, no matter how much we could be at opposite ends of the room, if we talk about it, we can at least learn to be polite and civil to one another, and think about each other, right? And put kindness first. So I ended up writing this song, kind of in response to that, and it feels particularly relevant these days. It's called Clean Slate. I cried on her shoulders, stay quiet when I could have been bolder. I've been running scared most of the time. I hid from the spotlight, chose clouds over sunlight. Turns out the rain ain't really been a friend of mine. I'm calling on the winds of change, 'cause it's time to rearrange things and wipe a slate clean. You wipe a slate clean. I froze when I felt restless, held my breath till I felt breathless. I buried myself in a lifetime of sand. I've thrown away a precious day, seen wrong and looked the other way. Not sure when things got so out of hand. I'm calling on the winds of change, 'cause it's time to rearrange things and wipe a slate clean. Yeah, wipe a slate clean. I've thrown a fortune down a wishing well, rolled my luck straight through the gates of hell. Watched the tide as he tried to catch 'em all. Well, I've been wrong more than I've been right. I even waited for Godot all night. I kept hoping he might get here soon. I'm calling on the winds of change, 'cause it's time to rearrange things and wipe a slate clean. Yeah, I'm calling on the winds of change, 'cause it's time to rearrange things and wipe a slate clean. Yeah, wipe a slate clean. Well, we're going to play one more song before we take another little break. And as a songwriter, I think the biggest thing I miss about not traveling as much as I used to is the inspiration I get from being on the road. And I was in Oklahoma. I was on tour. And the weather person in the morning said, there's gonna be 100-mile winds today. Of course, I'm Canadian, and I grew up in the metric time. So to me, it's like, well, 100 kilometers an hour is not fast. Right? That's what I'm thinking. It's like, I'm thinking in terms of like how fast 100 kilometers is, which is what I drive on my street. Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. But, so anyways, I got out of the car at one point to pump gas, and I swear to gosh, I almost got blown into Kansas. Like, it was that whole thing, where you're holding onto the car, and I'm like, holy Moses, it is really blowing out here. So that got my attention, and I thought I would write a song about that wind, but I don't really write about nature. So this is more like kind of like a little bit of a Capone, an Al Capone type. This is more like that kind of song. It's called 100-Mile Wind. Just adjusting my speed. I'm still in coffee mode, because we're not that far from morning. So I drank a lot of coffee this morning, and everything's too fast when I bring it in. There we go. Well, I like fast cars, I like old things, I like stormy nights, early days in spring, like being alone till I met you. Mama said that boy's soul is black. Well, you drop and run, don't you ever look back. What's a girl to do? You're 100-mile wind on the Oklahoma plain, all dirt and grit, heartbreak and pain, devil in the dust that can't be tamed. But I sure did like the way you used to say my name. I was your Bonnie, you were my Clyde. Turns out you were just too dark inside. Some days I think it even scared you. Living high on coke, coming down on wine. You said it was love, but I knew you were lying. I finally blamed, couldn't see it through. You're 100-mile wind on the Oklahoma plain, all dirt and grit, heartbreak and pain, devil in the dust that can't be tamed. But I sure did like the way you used to say my name. Doorway to hell, I left a piece behind your deep dark well. Once wrong, you can't unring that bell. Now I put words on a page, cause they don't talk back. It's a one-way street and I don't like it like that. Ashes to ashes, fade to black. You're 100-mile wind on the Oklahoma plain, all dirt and grit, heartbreak and pain, devil in the dust can't be tamed. Yeah, you're 100-mile wind on the Oklahoma plain, all dirt and grit, heartbreak and pain, devil in the dust can't be tamed. But I sure did like the way you used to say my name. I sure did like the way you used to say my name. Thank you very much. Just going to take a short break.